Hello, I'm Semily Sherry of Triple Moon, and this is my last little video for the rather memorable year of 2020. And in many ways these last couple of weeks are the kind of culmination of all that's happened this year and bring with them a massive potential for optimism and for a new beginning. So I wanted to encourage all of us to make the most of this incredible energy, which I'll explain in a moment, and commit to that new beginning. And so I wanted to describe to you a very simple ritual that we can all do to welcome this new beginning and also to release all that's happened in 2020 and all that we've learned. So let me explain a little bit of why it's so important. It is the winter solstice on the 21st of December, and there are many planetary positions that make this especially powerful, including the fact that the preceding month we will have had two eclipses, a penumbral lunar eclipse and a solar eclipse. And now we have the winter solstice with the most amazing conjunction, an exact conjunction. So on the exact day and time of the winter solstice, the planets Saturn and Jupiter will appear in the sky to be combined. They will basically come together in the sky to form the most incredibly bright star, called the Christmas star, for obvious reasons, because we're at the winter solstice. Many people believe it's this conjunction that actually was the star guiding the way to where the baby Jesus could be found when he was born. So, and that holds tremendous potential for new beginnings and new structures. So between now and the actual winter solstice, so any day up until the day before, what I would like to encourage us all to do is a ritual of release. So if there's anything in our lives, particularly emotional patterning, and anywhere where we limit ourselves, where we've confined ourselves, restricted ourselves into ways of being that are not the healthiest for ourselves, for humanity, or for the planet, where we feel we haven't yet released those things, I want you to gradually, up until the winter solstice, identify those. And I'm going to put some links below this video with some an article, and that will hold a link to a meditation as well that will help you to do this emotional mental releasing. But I want you to identify those patterns that you're ready to let go of, that you're done with, you want to release, or anything you've learned that you want to let go of because of the amazing events that have happened in 2020. And over the few days, just find some natural objects just that you pick up in your environment that represent those things. And they don't have to be incredibly meaningful, but just hold the meaning for you, so you know what they mean for you. And then at any point when you feel ready, before the winter solstice, before that day, find a place that is meaningful, special for you in nature, where you feel supported and comfortable and at peace. And I want you to offer those objects back to the earth in some way. And you can be as creative as you like about this. You can just pick up pebbles and perhaps write a word on the pebble. You could create a natural collage of leaves, bits of twig, whatever, something natural, because you're going to give it back to the environment, so it has to be able to biodegrade. You could perhaps write out all the patterns that you want to release on a piece of recycled paper. But then at some point before the winter solstice, you offer it back. The earth is the most wonderful transmuter of negative energy. So find that space in nature. And it doesn't have to be a complicated ritual. You can just go there, just state out loud or within your heart, I intend to release. And then you can bury that thing in the earth. You can put it on a tree stump as an offering. You can scatter it. Whatever you want to do. So that's the releasing part of that ritual. And then on the actual day of the winter solstice, what I want you to do is to have in mind the new creation that you want to bring forth. Now, it might be very obvious, it might be the exact opposite of those patterns that you've released, but there may be something more. You may decide that you that you really stand for something, you're passionate about something, and you want to engage your life with that passion as we step into 2021. So I would say it will have a personal element, but it will probably also have an element of serving the world. What do you stand for? What do you want to commit to acting, to bringing forward as we move into 2021 and beyond? And then go again to a special place in nature. If you can get to somewhere like a burial mound or a stone circle, or somewhere that is aligned with the solstices, that would be wonderful. But obviously we are in limited travel times right now, so it could just be somewhere in nature that's meaningful for you anytime on the winter solstice, and just go to that place. And again, it need only be for a moment. You stand, and as you welcome the rebirth of the sun, which is what the winter solstice represents, the rebirth of the light to the world, because it is the shortest day of the year. So from now on, the light is going to expand and the days will become longer. So as you welcome the rebirth of the sun, welcome that new energy and passion and commitment into your life. And then before you leave that space, wherever it is you've chosen to be, a park, a stone circle, a stream nearby, look around and find an object, anything again on the ground, that you can take home that will represent that passion, that commitment, that purpose for your life. And take it home with you and put it somewhere on your altar, perhaps by the side of your bed, by your desk, just somewhere where it will remind you of that energy. This particular conjunction, this happening, is very, very rare. So these two planets coming together exactly on the winter solstice, I believe, has not happened for 800 years or so. So it is very significant, it's very meaningful. And I would really like all of us to, after such a challenging, tiring year, I would like us all to release anything negative, anything we want to let go of from 2020, and completely embrace and immerse ourselves in this positive new beginning that I'm optimistic will really take us forward now into the age of Aquarius. I hear the song playing in my mind now. So with that, be creative. I'm just giving you very basic guidelines. Follow your intuition, do what feels right for you, but I do encourage you to do something to recognise this special event. And it will really be a positive way to end the year as well, because it's not been an easy one for many of us. So with that, I send you blessings for the winter solstice and for whatever festival you celebrate over the next couple of weeks. And I really, really look forward to welcoming in 2021 with you and speaking to you again soon. Many blessings, lots of love.